morning, everyone. Welcome to the Global Truth Center Toronto to our Sunday celebration of love. I'm Reverend Helen Velo, and thank you for tuning in wherever you are in the world, and whether it's today, and many of you listen throughout the week. Thank you so much for that. Our theme for February is loving you, loving life. Our vision statement is love only, forgive everything, remember who you are. And we join in community to remember that feeling that each one of us matter to one another. We share a faith that there is a power for good in the universe, and we are this power, this infinite creative energy. Therefore, we can use this energy individually and collectively as we recognize we are part of something much greater than ourselves. Today we have with us again 2 Sundays in a row, which is absolutely wonderful. Nathan Aswell is our musician for today, and our practitioner is Linda Visosky. And we were so busy chatting backstage I looked and went, oh my gosh, we have to go. We need to go live. So, yeah, great people to be with us today. And with that, I am going to invite Nathan in for our opening song. Good morning, Nathan.
Good morning, Helen. Good
Great
morning,
to have
everyone.
you back.
Great to be back. Here I am on the West Coast, or the Wet Coast, as some of my friends call it. And I'd like to start this morning with a gentler version of a song that some of you may remember. I've done this a few times in a more upbeat fashion this morning, a gentler version of A Prayer to You, inspired by A Course in Miracles. May all that I think and all that I do be a prayer to you, a prayer to you, a prayer to you. May all that I think and all that I do be a prayer to you, a prayer to you, my love. In every face, may I see you. In every voice, may I hear you. In all that is, may this be true. May we be one. May I be you. May all that I think and all that I do be a prayer to you, a prayer to you, a prayer to you. May all that I think and all that I do be a prayer to you, a prayer to you, my love. In every touch, may I feel you. In every breath, may I feel you. In all that is, may this be true. May we be one. May I be you. May all that I think and all that I do be a prayer to you, a prayer to you, a prayer to you. May all that I think to be a prayer to you, a prayer to you, my love.
Oh, that was beautiful and so interesting that I'm talking about prayer this morning as well. Thank you so much, Nathan.
My pleasure.
Of course, it would help if I left myself off and on and took you off. Oh, I love it. Oh, good morning, everyone. Good morning from Mexico, Rev Fred and Michelle Doe are in Mexico, and I know Sibylla's in Mexico, and we have Werner in Germany, and Judy in Cranbrook, and so lots of people in Toronto. Good morning to you all. What a beautiful, beautiful morning, and I'm so grateful that you're joining in. Oh my goodness. It's so great that no matter where we are in the world, we can come together as a community, that we go beyond the physical form and understanding that the physical world is simply a reflection of our own consciousness, and that we get to choose. We get to choose in each and every moment what that consciousness is. And of course, if we choose the consciousness of the ultimate reality, one of love, peace, harmony, that each one of us can use, we can embody and live from this place. And that's what we come together to remind ourselves of. And it takes courage. It really does. It takes courage to live in this world of reality, despite everything that is happening in the world. And I would like to take a moment, just following on the heels of Nathan's opening song. And I'm going to talk more about prayer today, but let's feel peace. Let's feel peace in our hearts. Let's feel this peace so deeply that it transmits from our cellular being to our energetic being to the universal being. Peace. And so breathe that sense of peace into your heart space. Breathe it in. And today, think peace, choose peace, feel peace right down where spirit meets the bone. For whatever direction our mind takes and firmly believes in, creates a pattern in this atmosphere of pure potentiality that we call the law. And the law is impersonal. So as we feel, emanate, and think peace, that is what the law must respond to. For whatever tendency of thought is held in our mind, it takes an outward form in new creations. So coming together today, let's feel peace, emanate peace, and experience the results from this place of peace within and a harmonious mind. Let's give up how we used to live in the past, because then our future becomes more of the same. If we choose to live in this greater consciousness of peace, of love, of grace, and we open up our hearts to a deeper level of commitment to feeling and emanating and being peace, we play a part in bringing peace and harmony to the world. And so, with that, I am going to bring Nathan and our practitioner of the day, Linda Visosky, back, and they will take us through our invocation song and our opening prayer. So, welcome to both of you.
Good
Take
morning.
it away.
Lovingly, trustingly, I choose to be wide open. Lovingly, trustingly, I choose to be wide open. Lovingly, trustingly, I choose to be wide open.
So right here, right now, I simply relax into this moment. I take a deep breath and I choose to be wide open. As I live in this beautiful place, I trust and I know that there's a presence of power within me. And this presence, this power is who and what I am. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. In each and every moment, I make a choice to allow myself to be in peace, to live peace. I simply let go of the past, for the past no longer serves me. And I embrace the moment and embrace this beautiful essence of who I am. I choose to live right here, right now, in a consciousness of peace, in a consciousness of love, in a consciousness of what's next, grounded in the truth that life is unfolding perfectly in divine order. I no longer embrace those stories that don't serve me. My life is an open system of possibilities. And I trust and I know that peace and love is possible when I let the divine lead the way. So for this and so much more, I am so grateful for the knowing that this divine presence is who and what I am. And each one of us too are divine expressions of God. So I'm for this and so much more, I'm so grateful. So with an open, grateful heart, I release these words as law, knowing it is done. And together we say, and so it is.
Lovingly, trustingly, I choose to be wide open.
Beautiful. Thank you, Nathan. Linda, you're going to stay on with me. How are you this morning?
I'm great, Helen. Thank you. Really great. Living in the moment and embracing peace is possible when I let this divine energy of love and light lead the way. And I
Hmm.
know it's an inside job. It all starts with me.
Yes, isn't it
Mhm.
though? So let me ask you this. Our theme for this month is loving you, loving life.
Mhm.
How is that showing up for you?
What a great question. How it's showing up for me is first and foremost, every morning I have a spiritual practice. And loving me means taking time to embrace my spiritual being. And I have mentioned this before, but it's such a powerful part of my practice in the morning. I always reflect on, I'm a great fan of Emmett Fox, our New Thought thinker
Mhm.
of the 20th century and unity minister. And that quote just fills my soul every morning. Love is the rendering, the flowing, the outpouring of emotional goodness to myself first, and then to those around me. Now, having a past history of being a people pleaser and not knowing what nourishing myself meant, it has been a journey, a deep journey of reflection, of nourishment, of going inside and say what really serves me. So, my morning practice of repeating this beautiful quote and asking the question, what is emotionally the goodness for me today? And internally, I do prayer work. You do your wonderful spirit breath meditation, which I've been on. And then I simply sit quietly and listen. And from the stillness comes wonderful, clear messages or feelings. So I listen to heart centered music.
Mhm.
Sometimes I will be clear, I want a warm bath. Sometimes it's a walk in nature, but I feed myself internally first and then go out into the world. Because only when I can anchor myself, when I anchor myself internally, am I able to be fully present to the world outside.
Mhm.
So, yeah, so you mentioned this morning the physical world is a reflection of our consciousness. So I choose in every moment to live in a consciousness of peace, of wonder, of love.
Mm.
So that is how I love myself and then go out and share my love with the world.
And isn't that so true, Linda, that, the
Mhm.
more we love ourselves, there's more to love in life?
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes. And I embrace it on a different level. Like I embrace life. I was saying that, I think, to you or one of the other practitioners last week, that as I embrace this deeper consciousness of love, of self love for myself, when I go out in the world, everything I see and consciously witness, I do so on a deeper level,
Mhm. Mhm.
emotionally, physically, and mentally as well.
Yes. Yes.
Hmm.
It's and you know, so here I'm going to bring up something because this has come up in a few conversations that I've had with people and a few notes that I've received through Facebook and Messenger around stop just looking at the love. There's lots of crap going on. And
Mm.
there is.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely. There is. And yet, when we choose to even confront, which means bring face to face, and look at the the crap, whatever you want to call it, the stuff that is not very harmonious in the world, we still have choice in the energy that we look at it with. And I
Yes.
think that's the part that people miss, because if we look at it from a place of anger, fear, righteousness, judgment, then we're in contribution to it.
Exactly. 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 So where do I want to feed my thoughts? We're
Mhm.
always at choice.
Mhm.
So I choose to witness. I witness the outside world. It's a reality in a sense, but I don't have to become a part of it.
Yeah.
I don't have to be embraced with it.
It is a condition.
Yes. Yes.
It is not a reality
Yeah. Thank you.
unless we make it a reality. And some
Unless we
people
make
do.
it.
I'm not
Yes.
saying you do,
Yes.
but there are a lot of people that make the conditions their reality.
Their reality.
And
Yes.
it's not, it's a condition.
Condition.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. So thank you for being just such a beautiful example of that continuous unfolding of love from within. Because I think you're so good at emanating it, seeing it. Had the pleasure of witnessing how you respond differently to things. And it's like, yes, and this is a continuous journey. I would like to
Oh,
say
yes.
we haven't all yet arrived, and I don't know
Mhm.
if there is an arrival point.
No, that's very true. Very true. Well, I'm blessed to be in this community and have such wonderful, like-minded people that will step up and assist me in knowing the consciousness of the truth
Mm.
when I have lost sight, and I have. So, and that's the journey, isn't it?
Mhm, mhm.
Mhm.
That is also why surrounding ourselves with people who hold us able will not support us in um, uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Support us in collapsing into the condition,
Yes, yes,
right? It's like,
yes,
yes, that's a condition. And from
yes.
that place of, you're able, you know.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
a wonderful thing.
Wow. And it takes courage at times. You've been there for me when I've had those places, and you quietly step back and in the Reverend Helen way say, well, Linda, and I know something interesting's coming, but I'm open at the top. Like, the key here is not to resist, but say, well, isn't that an interesting point of view? I'm
Mm.
here a choice to look at things differently.
Mhm.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you
Yes.
for
Well,
this.
thank you. Would you please lead us in our affirmation for today?
So, our affirmation for today is, and I'll say it once and we can say it another time, second time together. My inner world creates my outer world. So, let's say it all together in unison. My inner world creates my outer world. And so it is. Thank you, Reverend Helen.
Thank you, Linda. Absolutely delightful to have you. And stay tuned, stay on.
I will.
And I'm going to take you off and I'm going to bring Nathan back in for our feature song. Nathan, take it
Thank you, Helen.
away.
Here's another one of mine. This one's called Here and Now. All the time we have is now, and all the place we have is here. All that matters is to live with open hearts and give, 'cause all we have is here and now. So in this moment, let's allow all that's precious to be clear, 'cause all that matters is to live with open hearts and give, 'cause all we have is here and now. If we dare let go what's behind us, there's no telling how light we might feel. Let's reclaim the fullness of being. I rediscover what's been concealed. What's ahead is nothing but mystery that all our worry won't help to reveal. Best to be relaxed in the present, where all our power to make changes real. All the the time we have is now, and all the place we have is here. And all that matters is to live with open hearts and give, 'cause all we have is here and now. In this breath is all that's important. In this heartbeat is all that we need. Let's restore our lives to the present and reawaken all that's set free. Tears of joy and peals of laughter are both eager for us to say yes, here and now. Not magic and wonder. Why would we want to settle for less? All the time we have is now, and all the place we have is here. And all that matters is to live with open hearts and give, 'cause all we have is here and now. So in this moment, let's allow all that's precious to be clear, 'cause all that matters is to love. That's all we're in need of, and all we have is here and now. All that matters is to live with open hearts and give, 'cause all we have is here and now. Here and now. Here and now. Here and now.
Thank you so much, Nathan. Beautiful. And you know, it's so beautiful you singing that song with the clouds behind you, the here and now. It works perfectly. Oh, thank you so much. And just wanted to say I'm loving all the comments in the chat, and thank you. Uh, I know Linda is just so amazing, and Linda, I don't know, I'm not sure if she can see all the comments if she's not on screen, but um, to for her to be able to see how much you're sending her your love. And I see also that Bill is on from Mexico as well. Nice to have you join us, Bill. So, my talk title this morning: Journey into the Wild. What is the wild? The Wild West, the wild unknown, that place that is unleashed energy waiting for each one of us to harness it and create from it. I love these lyrics in Nathan's song. Let's reclaim the fullness of being and rediscover what's being concealed. What's ahead is nothing but a mystery that all our worry won't help to reveal. Best to be relaxed in the present, where our power to change, to make change, is real. Our power to make change is real. And I think sometimes we forget that. And so here's what I'm going to invite you to do. I'd like you to think of something that you would like to experience in your life. Anything, anything you desire. If you could say, yep, I'll take that, what would it be? What is it for you? And if you can't make a decision because there are too many things, not making a decision is also a decision. So just choose something. Doesn't have to be big. What do you desire? What do you desire to experience, to create more of in your life? And know whatever you're thinking of, rather than asking for it to become present in your life, please God, make this happen. Whatever you are thinking of, now feel as if it has already happened. If it had already happened, what would that feel like for you? If you already had whatever it is you want, what would this feel like for you? And whatever it would feel like, exciting, expansive, joyful, peaceful, loving, present, I don't know, whatever it would feel like for you, breathe it in deeply. Breathe it into your body. Feel the fullness of your prayer, of what you desire, fulfilled in every detail, in every way. Feel it. Don't think about it. How's that going to happen? I don't know. Feel what it would feel like and feel the fullness of this. Feel it in your body. For this is your prayer. Now feel the gratitude for what your life is like, having had this prayer already answered. It's like, wow, thank you. This is awesome. Yes, feel that gratitude. Feel the ease and release that comes from giving thanks, saying, thank you. This is so great. I am so deeply grateful for all this goodness in my life. And isn't that a different feeling than the longing, the hoping, the yearning that someone answers your prayer? Maybe this will happen. I really hope it does. You got to feel it. It's all about receptivity. And so, my question to you this morning is, are you willing to receive? Are you willing to receive your good? So, in our class, we've had 2 classes of this third session about the creative process and how the creative process is always working through us as us, whether we're aware of it or not. So, we might as well become aware of how we're using this creative energy. And we're also reading The Secrets of the Lost Mode of Prayer by Greg Braden. And so in the first class, everyone was invited to make a list of what it is they desire to create in the next 8 weeks. And then I told a joke. It's one of two jokes that I can always remember because they really mean something to me. One is a Buddhist joke, and then there's this joke. 5 frogs are sitting on a log. One decides to jump off. How many are sitting on the log? Of course, the answer is 5, because a decision is not a decision without taking action. So, in the second class, I asked everyone to look at what are the limiting beliefs that show up when you look at that list. And it was really interesting. One of the ones that was sort of, permeating through each group was not enough time. It's not valuable enough what I want. It's too lightweight. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy, and all the regular stuff. And so we talked about how it's time to release all of that, but we need to release it and become the alchemist in our life where we start turning injury into wisdom. And to become the alchemist, we have to take that wild journey within to discover we have that power to turn injury into wisdom. In Greg Braden's book, he states, St. Francis of Assisi described the mystery and the power that lives within every man, woman, and child born into this world. And St. Francis of Assisi says, there are beautiful and wild forces within us. And then Rumi said, he described it as the magnitude of that power by comparing it to a great oar that propels us through life. If you put your soul against this oar with me, the power that made the universe will enter your sinew from a source not outside your limbs, but from a holy realm within. A holy realm that lives within us. So, they both, St. Francis of Assisi and Rumi, were in their own poetic ways able to describe the experience of our everyday world and remind us of what the ancients called the greatest force in the universe, the power that unites us with the cosmos. And today, we know that power as prayer. Prayer. And so St. Francis said, prayer, the result of prayer is life. Prayer brings us life, he says, because it irrigates the earth and the heart. And by irrigating the earth, it brings it into finite sources in our experience. So when we tap into the feeling of what we desire and we feel it, the prayer's already answered and the prayer is done. The prayer is done. We're praying all the time because we're feeling all the time. We just don't realize it. So when we're angry, we're praying for more anger or something to feel angry about. When we're sad, we're praying for more sadness. And it doesn't mean we won't feel sad or loss or grief at times, but it's when we stay there and we get stuck in it, then we're praying for more sadness, more depression, more anger, more fear, more lack, more limitation. So this is when consciousness becomes everything. What are you focusing your mind on? Are you focusing your mind on the demonstrations of our consciousness, which are the conditions that show up in our life? Or are you willing to journey inward to that place within your soul and release all the limitations you've placed upon yourself and open yourself up to so many more possibilities. Because until we make that conscious decision, we will always continue to pray for more of what we've already been experiencing. Which is why, at the beginning, in the invocation, I had us not pray for peace in the world, but to feel the peace within ourselves. That's it. Pray as peace, that you are peace. That's all you need to do. Because when we create and pray for more of something, we just create the wanting of more for something, whatever that is. So, be peace. Live it, feel it, be it, act from it. That's how we change the conditions. It's a little bit of well, there's a few words I could use to describe it, but they include expletives, so I won't use them. But it's a way of shifting how we've been taught to think. We're always taught to ask for something, to pray for something. And now it's like, no, feel it. Feel it. Embody the feeling and take that right and perfect action from the feeling, whatever that right and perfect action is. So it's like an opportunity to open ourselves up for all the gifts we truly deserve to receive and to bless and let go of past hurts, disappointments, loss. Let it go. Let it go so we can turn that injury into wisdom and we can start to find the beauty, or what Troward talks about as the divine ideal, that kernel of spirit within every condition. There's still spirit there. And so this is where the power of blessing comes in, to bless and release what's hard, what's impossible. Because without understanding that relationship between wisdom and hurt, between what seems senseless and cruel, and yet, knowing that that's a reflection of our consciousness, the pain cycle continues to remain open-ended. And we want to close the gap. We want to close that gap within us. And this is where remembering who we are comes in. For blessing is the release. And as Greg Braden says in his book, blessing is the ancient secret that releases us from life's long hurt long enough to replace it with another feeling. So we talked about in class that moment of suspension. The blessing gives us that moment of suspension to open up and something else can come in. And we can recognize the beauty within that experience. It's funny because we talked about that in music, and then we talked about that in, I recognize in dance, there's that every movement moves into a moment of suspension to move into the next moment and the next movement. And so whether the suspension lasts for a second or it lasts for hours or a day, doesn't matter. It's that we have that moment, release, let go of the history, and find what it is we're looking for in that moment of suspension, and allow ourselves to feel it so that the doorway is opened for our own healing, our own revealing of more of who we are. And so, it's 20th century Christian visionary Reverend Samuel Shoemaker described the power of prayer to create change in a single poetic and perhaps deceptively simple sentence. Prayer may not change things for you, but it sure changes you. It changes you for things. It changes us so that we find that beautiful pearl amongst the grit in our life. We find the beauty and we can appreciate our journey. So, Ernest Holmes says, the man who dares to fling his thought out into the universal intelligence with the assurance of one who realizes his divine nature and relationship to the universe and dares to claim all there is will find an ever creative good at hand to aid him. So the aid is your conscious mind, knowing your desires and placing in front of you the right and perfect action to take after the embodiment of the feeling. So think about it and ask yourself this week, what am I feeling? Because whatever I'm feeling is what I'm praying for. And it was funny because I said to this woman I'm coaching two women who are Baptists. Very interesting. But she was talking, one woman was talking about worry. And I said, have you ever heard the saying that worry is praying for what you don't want? And she loved it. She was like, wow. Yes. And then she went on to quote all this Bible scripture about, letting go of worry. I'm like, yeah, well, you're praying for it. So let it go. It was quite interesting how she was able to recognize, because she prays all the time. It's like, yes, that feeling, you're creating just more of what you want to pray for, or what you don't want to happen, but you're praying for it. So again, what is it that you desire? What do you desire? What do you want to create in your life? What do you want to feel? You have choice. You get to choose your feelings. You get to choose your thoughts. And you get to use your consciousness and embody them and live from them. So let us know. The universal mind, that infinite creative source of all, allows for this opening, this receptivity, this wild journey into ourselves to feel whatever it is that each one of us desire to feel. And so I remember, as I touch into my heart and I create a ripple of love, peace, light, abundance, grace, that is what extends beyond the radius of my energy field. And so today and this week, keep reminding yourself and asking yourself, what am I feeling? Because whatever I'm feeling is what I'm praying for. Namaste. Have a beautiful Sunday. Thank you for joining in today. And a couple of announcements. First of all, I'm going to bring up our giving affirmation. I live in a universe of abundance. As I freely and joyfully give to my spiritual center, I recognize I am the flow of abundance. I share with all life. As I give, I receive, and I feel prosperous, abundant, and so grateful for that. And so, of course, you can always sign up for membership on our website and decide how you're going to tithe that way. You can also send your donation into Global Truth Center Toronto.com. And this month's tithe goes to the wonderful Casa Guatemala, which is always such a delight to be a part of and contribute to. And then you can join us for class anytime, 7 p.m. on Wednesdays. We've got a really spicy group going on there. It's full of really amazing people and lots of great, great conversations. So you're welcome to join in. You can go to the website for all the information. And finally, our couple of other things. You can also join us for Spirit Breath. Join us for meditation at 8 a.m. on Zoom. The link is on the website. If you follow Spirit Breath, then it takes you to the Welcome website, and you'll see me, and you just click on the link, and there you go. And lastly, we do have our sacred prayer circle. So this is where you can drop into the feeling of whatever it is you want to feel. And that's on Wednesdays from 6 to 6:30 p.m. on Zoom. Again, it's on our calendar and it's on the website. And then finally, bring it up here. Linda is available for affirmative prayer after the celebration. So she knows how to feel that woman and embody the feeling and move that energy. And so if you would like to experience affirmative prayer with Linda today, you can call her at 416-258-5204. And with that, I am going to bring Nathan back in just a moment. I will bring Linda back. Linda, anything you want to say about calling you for prayer today?
No, just feel free to call me. Anybody that wants a 5-minute treatment, I'm happy to be of service and peace today. Let me know. Call me.
Okay. Call me.
I think there was a song about that.
There is. Call me. Nathan, can you sing that song?
Yeah.
Call me. Da, 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 da. Call me anywhere. Call me.
I remember who was it who sang that? It was in the 80s, and I remember being in my car,
Blondie.
just Blondie, just
Blondie?
blasting the song. Yeah. And then there's the new one, the newer one, the
Call my number. This is you just met me. This is crazy. So call my number.
Crazy. Yes.
Call
There's
me
that one too,
maybe.
but I think our crowd remembers the other one.
And then there's a much older one. There's call me, da 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 da. Call me, and I'll be around. There you go. 3
Linda,
questions.
you should be flooded with calls after this.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Oh, fabulous. All right,
Thanks,
Nathan,
Helen.
take us out.
Okay, well, I'd like to take us out today with what some may think is a very curious choice. So let me explain. This is a song by Steve Winwood. It was a hit of his in the 80s called, what is it called? It's so funny. I have it all in front of me and I can't remember the title of it in this moment. The Finer Things. So it's a love song. And my invitation to you is in the chorus, it says, the finer things keep shining through the way my soul gets lost in you. The finer things I feel in me, the golden dance life could be. I invite you to choose whomever you want to focus your love energy. But as I sing it, I'm thinking about channeling it towards the divine, the way my soul gets lost in the divine. So do with that what you will. Here we go. The Finer Things, a very fun song to sing and play. While there is time, let's go out and feel everything. If you hold me, I will let you into my dreams. For time is a river rolling into nowhere. We must live while we can, and we drink our cup of laughter. The finer things keep shining through, the way my soul gets lost in you. The finer things I feel in me, the golden dance life could be. While I've been sad and I walk bitter streets alone, and come morning, there's a good wind to blow me home. So time be a river rolling into nowhere. I will live while I can, I will have my ever after. The finer things keep shining through, the way my soul gets lost in you. The finer things I feel in me, the golden dance life could be. But we go so fast, why don't we make it last? Life is glowing inside you and me. Please take my hand, right where I stand. Oh, won't you come out and dance with me? Come see with me. Oh, come see. And the lovers try till they get the best of the night. And come morning, they are tangled up in the light. So time be a river rolling into nowhere. And they love while they can, and they think about the night so sweet. The finer things keep shining through, the way my soul gets lost in you. The finer things I feel in me, the golden dance life could be. The finer things keep shining through, the way my soul gets lost in you. The finer things I feel in me, the golden dance life could be.
Fabulous, Nathan. Thank you so much.
My
We'll
pleasure.
see you again soon. Thank you, Linda. Thank you,
Thank you,
everyone, for
everyone.
joining us. Many blessings. Much love to you all. Namaste.
Namaste.